What is up, guys? This is Hedgehog Rider back again, and after, what, 2 or 3 years, I'm finally doing my first how I draw, but with digital, yay! Because I haven't done any, like, traditional colored pencil drawings or sketches in the longest time. Actually, I believe the last how I draw that I did do that was actually the last time that I did color with colored pencil on like a sketch and stuff like that. So all of my stuff has been digital since then. If you follow me on Twitter, I post them all once they're finished. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can also see some cool stuff and all that jazz. And I wanted to try this out, and it actually worked surprisingly well. I was able to record very smoothly. Actually, it's extremely smoothly. I was able to record a smoothie with this method. But yeah, so if this turns out well, and if you guys like this, then let me know, and I'll continue to do this sort of thing. It's actually a lot easier than just doing it on pencil, because I don't have to worry about getting my hand in the camera and getting all in the way and all that stuff. So yeah, I apologize. This drawing is actually a little bit sloppy. If you know me, you know I don't normally do digital drawings without sketching on paper first. I wanted to come and do this just on a whim, just to test it out and see how well it would work before, just before I got too into it. So I wanted to try it out. If I continue to do this, then I'll do the paper sketch first. But anyways, so I wanted to draw Ultraman G'd Magnificent. This is his Magnificent fusion. It is a fusion of. Hold on, I'm looking at a screenshot right now, because as of the time of this recording, I'm recording it like an hour before the actual debut episode is. So I haven't really been looking at the scans as much. I've just seen the picture of the form, and I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. I'm going to draw this. It is a fusion of the Ultraman Zero and Father of Ultra capsules, and its fusion rises up into Ultraman G'd Magnificent. And it lives up to his name. On the other hand, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely it looks cool. I'm not entirely a fan of it. Just sometimes it looks a little bit too much like Father of Ultra, and I mean, I get it. That's half of the form, right? I like it when it's sort of, it just has hints of it, you know. Legend Rider sort of did that for a little bit, you know, with Ghost. With Ghost, I feel it was the worst because, well, not the worst, but it was sort of teetering on that end, because it was essentially like the mask was the past rider's face just smushed into Ghost's helmet, and then the jacket was just the past rider's suit, and it didn't really feel like it was like a Ghost form. It just felt like it was that rider. I don't know. I'm explaining it weird. I feel like Gaim did it better, to where it was you just had the parts of the helmet just like on different parts of the mask, and then the armor was reminiscent of that rider instead of just being like their actual suit. So that's just me, but that's not me. That's not me saying that this form is bad. I love this form. This form actually does look pretty cool with the sluggers. I did leave out some details up here because, again, it's sort of like a doodle that just ended up being a full-blown, fully colored piece. I did leave out some of the signature, like Father of Ultra. It was his sideburns, I guess, but not really sideburns. They're like on his chin, not on his chin, on his, you know what I mean, on the face. You'll be able to see. I'll probably put up a picture. Boop, there it is. I left those out because I just didn't even notice them. I didn't even notice them looking at the picture. I haven't seen whatever. Anyways, so here I'm drawing Belial, however you would pronounce it in English. Belial. That was weird. I'm drawing Belial here because I wanted something in the background, and I wasn't sure what. So I was like, hey, why don't we put the Dark Lord and his son together on the screen. So yeah, Magnificent does look pretty cool, actually. G'd has a lot of really cool forms. Acro Smasher is definitely up there with being one of my favorites. I just love the blue that they used on the suit. I think it looks really neat. It actually makes me want to watch Cosmos a little bit. Cosmos! He also has a lot of cool fusion forms that you will only see in the Fusion Fight games, which is a shame because they do look cool. There's one of them, Ultraman G Shining Mystic, which is a fusion of it looks like the Ultraman capsule and Zero's Shining form together, and it makes Shining Mystic. It looks kind of plain a little bit, but I like the gold that they use on it. I think it makes it pop really well. He's got little sluggers on his arms too. I hope I'm putting a picture of this. I hope I don't forget to put pictures on the screen, because then you'd have to look for yourself when you take away from the video. But yeah, it's creative. I like the way they're doing this. Ultraman's been fusing and merging past Ultras together for a little bit now. Ginga was the first anniversary season, and they brought out not the first anniversary season, you know what I mean though. It brought out the Spark Dolls, and it was a whole thing bringing back past Ultras, and then X happened, and then it did the same thing, sort of. It did the Ultra cards, and then past Ultras came back, and then Orb brought up the fusion thing, where you would fuse two Ultras together. So we've had this for a while now, and admittedly, finding out that Jeed was doing that, it did take me back a little bit, because I was like, okay, we've seen this so many times before. When are we just going to get out of it? And Orb didn't even really do much with it. Orb just sort of, it was like, hey, they're here, and you can use them as forms, but they didn't really amount to much. That was one of the downfalls for Orb for me, is like they didn't utilize the past Ultras as they should have been. But I feel like Jeed is doing it pretty well. Zero is definitely one of the bigger highlights of the show, just because his interactions with Jeed as well as Leto are just amazing. And then seeing Leto interact with his family, and Zero also wanting to help protect his family is really heartwarming. Actually, Jeed might actually become my favorite Ultra series, right over Mabius, which was my first. It's just, there's a lot of good moments, and there's a lot of good morals that hit hard to me. So I think that's what Ultra does best. It does really well at connecting with the audience and just delivering that message. And I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at different notifications, whatever. But yeah, Jeed is just, it's a lot of fun, and it actually makes me kind of sad because Ultra series now are very short. I believe Jeed will end up with 25 episodes, maybe 20, something like that. It's supposed to be ending. Actually, at the time of this recording, the filming has already wrapped up for Jeed, and that blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, we just started. We started in July, and it's September now. It's been like 2 months, and the filming is like already done, and that's crazy. Granted, it's only like 25 episodes. It's literally half of a Rider series or a Sentai series. So, I mean, but that makes it easier to just pick up and watch. You can just watch it, and then you can be over with it in a day, pretty much, if you just keep at it. So that's really neat. Ginga had 11 episodes, I believe. Ginga, I don't remember actually. I know X had like 25, either 25 or 21. I'm probably wrong. I'll probably put the number up on screen, or I'll probably forget. Who knows? Orb has 20 something. So yeah, they're really short. But if you're a newbie, and I'm still sort of a newbie, kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. Anyways, if you're a newbie, you can just pick them up and try them out. They're all free on Crunchyroll. Yeah, I made a joke about this before. Like, we advertise that Crunchyroll is subbing these series so much that it actually seems like we're being sponsored by it, but we're not. Though I have no problem with it. If you wanted to sponsor me Crunchyroll, that's not going to happen. But if you, I'm talking to you guys now. If I was talking to you guys anyways, if you have not looked into the Ultraman series, one, I don't think you'd be watching this episode all the way through if you hadn't. But if you have, I could highly recommend Ultraman Mabius and Ultraman. I can actually recommend all of them just because I don't really hate any of them. Ginga was not to my liking as much. I might have to rewatch it. It was just really boring. In my opinion, Ginga S was a step up though. But if you were looking to start a series, Jeed is currently airing as of this recording. You can just jump in. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of tension between the characters. and I think you'd have a good time with it. Jeed, X, and Ultraman Mabius are good. I believe the video stopped because I don't think I recorded me filling out the background. But I'm going to put the actual finished version up on screen because rendering this out was a little bit of a hassle. But there you go. I didn't really talk much about the drawing itself, which I was intending to, but I just rambled on and on about how good Ultraman is because it is. And it might actually be my favorite franchise right now, right behind Power Rangers maybe. Power Rangers was what got me into everything, so that obviously is gonna have the hugest part, in my opinion. And then there's Ultraman. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Crunchyroll. You can watch Ultraman on Crunchyroll free, or if you want to get premium, you can get premium and watch with no ads. This is essentially a Crunchyroll commercial now. I didn't intend it for it to be, but watch Ultraman, yay! And that was my Ultraman Jeed Magnificent piece. Again, it was a little bit sloppy because it was just like it was like a on a whim sketch that I didn't really plan out or anything. But I hope it turned out nice. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed this new sort of style that I've done with the how I draws. Hopefully, on Twitter, like I do a lot of chibis and I do a lot of other works and stuff, and I post them periodically, almost every day actually. So if you want to follow me there, you can see all of those. If you want to follow my Pixiv, that has all of my stuff listed up there. And I want to be more active on YouTube. I want to be making more content for you guys and just supplying that toku goodness. That was probably the weirdest way I could have said that, but I've already said it. So yeah, I want to do more artwork, and hopefully, if I can get everything straightened out, I can probably record those and make how I draws of those, and just put them up once they're done. And then there will be like a YouTube thing and a Twitter thing. There would be like 2 different sets of things you can watch. Yay! So yeah, that's actually about it. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say. Right around. If you want to, and leave a like, and let me know what you thought, and I will see you guys next time. Fusionize it!